Good afternoon, this is Calvin with America's Finest Home Inspections. We are here at 4770 and 4772 Jutland Drive in San Diego, California, 92117. It's currently July 11, 2025 at 3:08 in the afternoon. We are performing a sewer inspection for the sale of this property. Currently what you see in your video right now is my camera's pushed out 118 feet out to the city main sewer below the street in front of the house. As you can see, as my camera drops in there, that's the city sewer there. You can see all the wastewater coming from your neighbors. And then as I pull back into the line here, this is your sewer line. Okay, now as I pull back here, we're in clay. You see how we have the clay connections, clay pipe. So this clay section is going to be under the street in front of the house. This is going to be the city's responsibility. Clay pipes typically have connections every 4 feet. They are not sealed like in other types of pipes, so a lot of times you'll get root intrusion at those connection points. We're not getting any roots in this clay pipe. This pipe appears to be in very good condition. You can see the light stream of water I have flowing in the bottom of the pipe. That's because I have an interior sink running about mid-flow of cold water just to show flow within the line. That helps us determine if there's any damage. It'll emphasize any cracks, low spots or bellies, any damage, and it also helps keep the camera lens clear for the video. Now we're going to transition into ABS plastic in the front yard here, and that's going to be where your responsibility as a homeowner starts. And that should be coming up here. Right there. Okay, so you see there where we transition from that clay, and now we're in that black ABS plastic. Now this is the clean out in the front yard. So if you look at the front yard, you see a black plastic cap popping up through the ground there. That's where we are right here. So you see how that pipe goes up towards the ground level? That's where that clean out cap is. If I turn down my light, you can see the daylight showing through because I have the cap off. That's where we are in the front yard. Now as we pull back, we're going to transition into the original cast iron from the time of construction. Photo here. Alright, now here's where we transition into the cast iron waste plumbing, which is original from the time of construction. Now this original cast iron is in pretty deteriorated condition under the yard here. So you can see areas at the top of the screen there where it looks like the pipe is deteriorating, and then there's areas as I come back through here where it looks like you can see where the pipe is pretty much deteriorated through, and you can see almost soil or dirt through the top of the pipe there. Now I'm getting photos of all these so you see them in the report. Back here there was some root intrusion. Let me find that spot again. Right there. So right there at the 83-foot mark, you see on the left side, you see how there's some roots dropping down through the pipe there. It looks like there's some soil. Okay, so that's through the front yard there. Now we're going to be pulling up under the house here. Got some roaches in there. Now the pipe under the house looks to be in better condition than what's in the yard, but it is still the original cast iron, so I would budget for repairs, replacements, things like that, just due to age and condition. Okay, now we're pulling up the plumbing vent to the roof surface above the kitchen and bathroom of unit 4772. That's where we started this camera push from, so we're pulling up the roof surface here in just a second. Okay, for recap, here's the cleanout that we just accessed. This is the plumbing vent above the kitchen and the bathroom of unit 4772. We pushed out to the city main sewer in front of the house, out under the street. There was clay city main sewer under the street, clay sewer pipe under the street up to about your curb area, and then a transition into ABS plastic. The ABS plastic portion of the pipe appears to be a previous repair, and they also added a clean out at that point in the front yard. From the ABS plastic, we transitioned back into the original cast iron from the time of construction. Basically through the front yard, there is multiple areas where there is heavy deterioration of the sewer pipe, as well as some root intrusion, and I took photos of all those, so you should be able to see them in the report. I discussed it with the real estate agent. We're only going to do this sewer line from 4772 because 4770 should be in the same condition because it is the same age pipe. So I would recommend contacting a qualified plumber to evaluate the waste plumbing and sewer line, the cast iron portions of the sewer line out through the front yard for repairs, improvements as needed. That does conclude this inspection. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Thanks a lot. Bye.